Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Nick's Topics Walking Dead What If topic video for you guys today. And today we are getting into part 14 of What If Lori Survived. Last time we left off with the scavengers teaming up with Rick and his people at Alexandria, and lo and behold, betraying them for Negan, leaving Negan, Eugene, and all the other saviors to show themselves at the Alexandria gates and make themselves known like in the original story. With Negan ending off last episode's part saying that Sasha was here and alive, and that's where our story resumes. Now, in the original story, Farron and Michonne fought, with Michonne looking a little worse for wear after the whole thing was over. But this time, it would be Lori fighting against Farron, and something tells me that Lori would definitely win this fight a lot better than Michonne. Why is that? Well, Lori always seemed like the more perceptive one in a lot of more aspects than Michonne. True, Michonne was good with the blade, but Lori just had a knack for knowing certain things, so I think this would help her in that regard. Now, in regards to Sasha, she is let out of the casket, which she still gets put into, and she's actually alive. And because of this, she doesn't attack Negan, and nobody fires their guns. That is until the governor makes the mistake of showing himself right then and there and firing a shot from his pistol, because the governor was a good shot, even with one eye. And that causes everybody else of the group to start firing back. The shot rings, and it seems to have hit Negan right in his arm, right through his arm, like the palm of his arm, hit him there. And he drops Lucille, but only for a few seconds, and now he can't even carry a weapon in one of his other hands. He can only carry Lucille in one and let the other one try to heal. He corners Rick and Carl like he did before, and Rick still threatens to kill him again after Negan says he's going to kill Carl. Basically, all that goes down, except Negan does not have as much patience here because he just got shot through the friggin' hand. But just before he can attack Carl, the Kingdom and the Hilltop rescue the group right at that moment, and all hell breaks loose. But this time, Negan is in a lot more trouble because of his injured hand. And this time when he went to try and hit Carl, he could only really do it with one hand because his other hand hurt too much. He was shot through it. But at any rate, he and the other saviors that do end up surviving manage to escape back to the sanctuary, and Negan prepares the saviors for war, ending Season 7. Back at the main group, the beginning of Season 8, Rick, Ezekiel, and Maggie make their speeches as they did before, although this time aided by a few others. For one, Lori is there, and I think the governor would also participate in the speech too. Anyways, when all is said and done, we find the group at the sanctuary ready to attack it, like they did before. But before Rick can start counting down and make his threat, the governor, once again showing his superiority, basically becoming like the Shane in regards to the group. If you really, really think about it so far, that's kind of what he's been. Takes a shot, but who does he shoot? Gregory. Why does the governor shoot Gregory, you might ask? Well, for one thing, the governor knew him already to be a scumbag, and that he wasn't worth protecting people's lives. And another, he teamed up with Negan, the guy who killed their friends. And for another thing, it's just, he knew that nobody else was going to do it, and he knew that Gregory would never change, so he figured he'd take his shot. Seeing this, Rick understanding after the governor explains why Gregory had to die, and no one really turning him down for doing that, Rick finds this the perfect opportunity to offer the Saviors one more chance to surrender. They don't, and he does the countdown and opens fire. Few changes, though, from this scene in particular. For one thing, since Gregory is now dead, that means that Gabriel is not going to get left behind with Negan for trying to save Gregory. So that means he's also not going to lose part of his vision. And for another, that means that Negan is going to take even longer to get back into the sanctuary without a second person. And another thing, he is still shot through his hand, and that's going to make it a lot harder as well, because he's basically only going to be using one of his hands. But in the end, Negan does manage to get out, and he's looking a little worse for wear because he had to try a lot harder without Gabriel to get back, but he manages to make it back because Negan had a knack for that kind of stuff. Back at the satellite outpost, which we saw our group in the original go to, like Aaron and all them people, Eric sadly still dies. Little side note that wasn't really truly relevant, but for Aaron, it is. Jesus has to actually be the voice of reason for not just Morgan, well, not Morgan yet, but Morgan in the regards to this part of the saga, but also Tara, because she's still in a dark place after losing Alicia. Because remember, they were a couple since before Alexandria, because they actually got together. And since Arad killed her, that definitely leaves Tara to want to kill the Saviors. A lot more than Denise. Meanwhile, inside the satellite outpost, Rick comes face to face with Morales, like he did before. But Rick's not alone. Lori is not too far from him and encounters Morales too. And all three of them have a big talk, with Morales definitely being a lot less angry than before. He's definitely more in a mood to talk. So does this mean that with Lori's involvement, we could see Morales surviving? Daryl is not too far also. So, does this mean that Rick and Lori still have a chance to save Morales? Or will Daryl still kill Morales regardless and go against Rick like before? What do you think Morales is going to offer to the table if he lives? And that's where we leave things for the moment. Hope you guys enjoyed this part. Hope you guys are enjoying What If Lori Survived as a whole. And I hope you guys like the idea of the governor kind of playing a Shane role in regards to the later episodes, especially going into Alexandria. Leave a comment, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. I'll see you guys next time.